Today we are going to solve circuit analysis. There are many ways to analyze a circuit, but the two common ways which everyone uses KVL and KCL. It's an abbreviation and the full form is Kirchhoff's voltage law, and here it is Kirchhoff's current law. So the both are used simultaneously. One can choose KVL to analyze a circuit, another can use KCL to analyze a circuit. It's totally up to you which technique you use in order to analyze your circuit. So I have just taken an arbitrary circuit. You can have many other problems. I will give you another problem in the when this video will be ended, and you can solve it. Is just for practice. So let me just analyze this circuit. First of all, I have to calculate the number of branches and the number of nodes. In order to calculate the number of branches, you can see that individual element which is attached here. The number of branches are number of branches. Let me count. It is 1, 2, 3, and 4. The number of branches is 4, and the number of nodes here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the nodes which are interconnected with each other with no branches in their between are considered as one node. So in total we have 1, 2, and 3 nodes. Now we have to subtract the number of branches from number of nodes. We will get 1. But in every case we have to add an additional 1 in every our circuit analysis problem. So we'll get 2. So this number will tell you that how many loops will be required in order to solve this. So from this I just have to apply 2 loops. The direction of the loops is totally up to you. You can either choose clockwise or anti-clockwise. But for time being, I'm just choosing clockwise direction. You just apply this and stick to it, the direction of this arrow. And now I have to name it. Let me name this I1 and this one I2. So I've just named this loop as I1 and this loop is I2. Now I have to calculate this I1 and I2. So first let me calculate this I1. In order to calculate I1, I have to follow the direction of the arrow, which is directing me in the direction of this minus 12. So I am just writing minus 12 because voltage at this point is minus 12. After this I have to write the voltage at this point, which is voltage at 6 ohm of resistor. And after this the voltage at again this 6 volt of resistor. So this is a complete I1, and the Kirchhoff voltage law say we have to total it to 0 because the sum of the current in the loop is 0. That's the Kirchhoff voltage law. And after that, let me apply this Kirchhoff voltage law to another loop, which is the voltage at V6, and after that the voltage at V12, and it's only 2 things which I will calculate at I2 term. So after putting the values, let me erase this and put the value minus 12 plus, which is at V6. Then V is equal to IR. I don't know the I, so I'm just writing I1. And what is the R? The resistor is 6. And after this, again we have to, again the resistor value is 6. But here there are 2 currents. One current is flowing here and another current is flowing here. So the thumb rule is the loop which you are in, you have to just write first one here and after that the another one. So it's all equal to 0. And after that, let us apply this analysis to another loop. So I'm just here. So the first thing I see is 6. But after that, I'm in the second loop. So I have to write I2 first, then I1. And after that it is 12 I2 and all that equal to 0. Let me further simplify it. 6 will be multiplied in, then 6 I2 minus 6 I1 plus 12 I2 is equal to 0. Did both are I2, then 6, 7, 8, it is 18 I2. And let me take 6 I1 here, then 6 I1. After that I2 equals 6 by 18 I1. 1 over 3 I1. And if I don't want I2 in terms of I1, then I can convert this 3, multiply 3 with here, and I will be getting I1 equal to 3I2. I haven't simplified this term, so let me simplify it. The answer, I will be just erasing that and saving the last answer. Okay, that's what I get by solving the second equation. So let me take this 12 at here. I1, 6I1 plus 6I1 minus 6I2 equals 12. And after that, this 6 and this 6. 12I1 minus 6I2 equal 12. So we have two unknowns, I1 and I2, and so that's why we have two equations in order to calculate it. That was the one equation and that was another equation. So now in order to simplify it, I just have to put I1 to 3I2. So 12 at I1, I have to put 3I2 minus 6I2 equals 12. 36I2 minus 6I2 equals 12. Subtracting this 36 from 6, we will get 30I2 equals 12. And in order to find I2, I have to divide this 30 here, then 12 over 30. So by calculating it, I will be get some value. And another question was I1 equal 3I2, and I have to now put this term at here. Then I will be having 12 over 30, and after cutting that, 12 over 10, and it is 1.2. So the current here is 1/2 amps, and the current at I1 is 12 over 30 amps. So now I have two currents. One is I1 is 1.2 amps and I2 is 12 over 30 amps. Now we have these two information right here. Now if you want the voltage value at every branch, you want voltage at here, here or here, then I will tell you how to calculate it. You just have to apply this V equals IR. What is the current value of I1? You know the current value of I1 is 12 over 30. What is the resistor value? It is 6. So you just have to do some math operations. 2 15s are 2 3s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. It is 12 over 5 volts. And now here, in order to calculate the voltage at here, you have to see that one current is flowing in this direction, another current is flowing in that direction. So we have to subtract I1 from I2 in order to calculate our voltage. So in order to calculate this, we are applying V equal I will be I1 minus I2, and the resistor value here is 6. So what was the I1? I1 was 12 over 10, and what was I2? It was 12 over 30, and here is 6. So by solving it, 36 minus 12 and again 6, 6 5 4, 24 over 30 multiplied by 6. So let me calculate it further down. Let me solve it further down. 2 15, 2 3s are 6 and 3 5s are 15. So 24 over 5 volts. So in order to satisfy Ohm's law, we have to calculate the all voltage value here, and it will be total of 12 volts. Now I have calculated the voltage at this level, which was 7.2, 36 over 5, and after that voltage at this point, which is 4.8 volts. So I will be not calculating voltage at this point because it's only filling voltage of this, and at here it is a common node and we have to ground it. So the grounded voltage is 0. So I'm grounding this, and we all ground this because in order to have a reference. So so in order to tell you what is reference, if I ask you if how can you tell whether a man is fat or not? So in your mind you have created a thin person, and on the reference of this you are measuring the fat one. So the reference value is very important. So you will know that at this reference it is fat or not. So we have taken the reference value of this node at 0. So we are not going to calculate the voltage at this level. Okay, because voltage at this is 0. So if we calculate voltage at this point, voltage drop at this point is 7.2, and voltage drop at this point, these two branches, the voltage at here is 4.8. So after adding these two voltage, 7.2 plus 4.8 will be getting a total of 12 volts. So you can see when we add the total voltage drops at this 2 point, we will get the whole voltage, and by this you can check whether your answer is correct or not. So my voltage is, I'm getting this total of 12 volts. I'm not calculating voltage at this point because I will not getting voltage of this because I have 0 at this point. So the voltage at here is 0. So we can calculate voltage is, we calculate voltage drops at 2 points. So when we calculate voltage at this point, so I am telling you another way to calculate the voltage, which is if you want to calculate the voltage drop at this point, I have to calculate this 7.2. So you can see that 12 is here, 12 is here, 7.2 is here, 4.8 is here. So if I don't know this value, so how can I calculate it? I know 12 and I know 4.8. So I can derive this, I can write 12 minus 4.8 equal voltage at this level, voltage at 6 ohms. So by subtracting it, I will be getting 7.2 volts. And if I want the voltage drop at this point, I just have to do 4.8 minus 0 equal voltage at 12, then again I will be getting 4.12 because it's not contributing to its voltage. The one point is contributing to its voltage is this point. So I only have to calculate the voltage drop at this point, the voltage drop at this point. I automatically calculate the voltage drop at this point because I have this 4.8 here. So in this way you can check your answer. Answer is 12 volts, which is mentioned here. So by this I know my answer is absolutely correct. So this is the end of this video. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, give this video a big thumbs up. In the further videos I will be calculating the KCL, and in the KCL I will be telling you how to analyze the circuit. So for now, thanks for watching.